Hey guys, Rob Riker with Wicked Products. I'm the guy who makes the custom handmade strops on Facebook forums, knife Facebook forums. That's where I offer them. I also sell to some retail stores here and there when they actually ask for them. So it's been a while since I put a video out, and I think I might have deleted some videos off my YouTube channel. But I'm going to today show proper care and maintenance of your strops. We're going to do this backwards. I'm actually going to show you how to clean a strop, and then we will go into loading of the strops, and then I will show you the lineup that I currently have and get some thoughts on some new ideas. So without any further ado, here we go. So what we have here is this is one of my smaller strops. I sell this in a series of 3, and as you can see, it is black. What's on it is chromium oxide. I know a lot of you guys ask, what is chromium oxide? Chromium oxide is what I use. There are different levels of it. There's white, there's black, there's blue, red. I typically use the green, which is the chromium oxide. You can pick up a tube of this at Harbor Freight for, I don't know, probably about $6. Comes in stick form, but we'll get back to that here shortly. As far as cleaning your strop, just because it turns black does not mean it needs to be cleaned. You can judge how much you need to clean it, or when you need to clean it, by the feel of the blade across the strop. When it feels like it's dragging, or you hear like a slight change in the sound of the strop, it's not, you know, sliding across it, it's more grabbing. Then you'll know it's time to clean. And as far as cleaning, pretty simple. You need 3 things. First, you need some just plain old vegetable oil. Then you need a little dish for it, and a wad of paper towels. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and put a little bit of vegetable oil in your dish. Not a lot, maybe half a teaspoon. Then just dip your finger in it and rub it across the strop. This one hasn't been cleaned in a while, so it might take a little bit. But as you can see, that black is lifting. And when I load my strops, I load it with plenty of chromium oxide. So when you clean it, it's not always necessary to reload the strop. And just to show you a difference in this, take my paper towels here and blot it. You never want to wipe with the paper towel. You will actually scrub the compound off. And you can see there's a green spot starting to show up. So I'm going to go ahead and continue cleaning this. And you're not going to be able to get all the black off, okay? I mean, don't feel like it needs to look like the day you received it from me. Just the majority of it. But you see that oil breaks down that top layer, and it actually removes or loosens it up so that way you can actually blot the black off of it. There we go. We're getting there. A couple little areas that I'm going to work on here. All right. We've gone from almost completely black back to green. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this. I'm going to set up over at the stove, and I know you're probably questioning it, but you'll see why here soon, and then I will be back with you. Alright guys, we're back. This is why I said I was setting up at the stove. Okay, to load your strops with the chromium oxide, you're going to need some sort of heat source. You can use a heat gun. I prefer not to use a heat gun because I'm too lazy to go down to the garage right now. And if you have an electric stove, this works out great. You want to turn it up to about maybe 7 or 8. Okay. And then all you're going to do is take your strop and you're just going to pretty much just hold it over it, keep moving, and what you're doing is you're warming up that leather. When you warm that leather, you're going to take this stick right here of chromium oxide, and basically it's a crayon. And you know how crayons are, when you put them in the sun, they melt. Well, same concept here. Get that leather kind of warm to the touch. And then once I get it so warm, I'm actually going to move so that way I'm not right over the stove. And then just basically color it on. You'll know when it's the right temperature because it'll just melt right on as you rub it on there. Okay, you might have to go back over it a couple of times. This strop's actually fairly easy, only because it's one of my smaller series of strops. This is a 3-strop setup that I have. It actually has 5 strops all together. I have 2 that have smooth leather on it that are loaded with DMT paste, which comes in a syringe form, and then also DMT diamond spray on one of them. I'll show all of this once I'm done here. And I apologize for all the sniffling and everything, but I've got really bad allergies, and I decided to clean the vacuum cleaner today. Anyways, there's your strop loaded. Don't worry about it being lumpy or anything like that. I'll explain why you don't really have to worry about that all too much here shortly. I'm gonna put you on pause, set up again, and I'll be right back. Okay, I can't really show you why you don't have to worry about the chromium oxide being a little lumpy, but if for some reason you get little globs on it, there's one of 2 ways you can eliminate that. When you start stropping with your knife, you'll notice that there's high spots that are going to be on the chromium oxide, and they'll show up black before anything else does. All you're going to do is just basically take the backside of your knife, or even an old butter knife or something, and scrape that, and eventually over time it'll just start to level itself out. If you're particular like I am, you can actually go back to your oil and rub a little bit of oil on that high spot and just work it in. So basically that is the cleaning and loading of one of my strops with chromium oxide. Now what I have here, and this one hasn't been cleaned in a while, this is a double-sided strop. If you notice, it has a 6 and a 3, and I have another one that has a 1 and a 0.5. Like I said, this is my 3-part strop. It actually 5 strops all on 3. The first one being the chromium oxide one. Then the other 2 are the 6, 3, and 0.5 micron diamond or DMT products. The 6, 3, and 1 come in little syringes like this, and they're labeled 6, 3, and 1. And the way you apply this, you just put a little squirt on there and you rub it around. Don't need a lot. And then as far as the DMT diamond spray, which I use, the 0.5 micron, comes in a spray bottle. Let me see. I can't remember how much you get in here, but when you get it, don't be surprised that the bottle's not completely full, because they don't fill them all the way up. And you just spray that on the smooth leather side of your strop. Now, as far as cleaning this, pretty easy. Again, you're not going to get these things completely brand new, but just take a pink eraser, and you can see that black coming right off. It's up to you on if you want to reload these or not. I've used these strops for about a year without cleaning them, and figured this would be a perfect opportunity to show you guys maintenance on these things. So I will be reloading these here after I'm done with them, but I'm not going to bore you with sitting here trying to erase all this off on all these strops. But there you go. As far as maintenance on a smooth leather strop, either with DMT paste or DMT spray, diamond spray, just use a pink eraser. Cheap old eraser, dollar store, you know, steal it from your kid's book bag or whatever. And then again, the chromium oxide on rough leather side up. And I think that's pretty much it. think the next thing I'm going to do is I will show you guys my series of strops that I have. The base strop that I generally sell, and then get this thing posted as soon as possible. Alright guys, we're back. This is my typical setup for strops. Okay, this first one here sells for $75. You get 3 strops, 5 pieces of leather, as we discussed before, one with chromium oxide, that's rough leather side up. Then you get 2 others that have the smooth leather. So those are loaded with 6, 3, 1, and 0.5 micron paste and spray. The second one is more of a stick format, 3/4 by 3/4, roughly 16 inches long, wrapped in a suede wrapped handle. Comes with the copper insert for a lanyard if you choose. Alright guys, sorry about that, I had to put it on pause. But anyways, as I was describing, this little stick form strop, it's more of a throw in your pack, take it with you style. I don't wrap the handle in a lanyard, and the reason why, the suede actually comes in nice for when you're actually wanting to wipe down your blade while you're out in the field or anything. You can just wipe it across the suede. It does come with the copper insert for a lanyard. I don't have a lanyard on this, but I will provide it. That one right there retails for $15, delivered, shipped, and it's double-sided, smooth and rough leather side up. Another thing I'd like to point out, all my strops, the prices cover shipping, and they also cover loading of the strop. If you choose not to have it loaded, we negotiate the price. I know some guys like to use their own compounds, so this right here is typically my typical 18-inch strop. This one's modified a little bit. I was working on new handle design, and as you can see, what I did is I cut some shell casings, pressed them in there, drilled them out, and then on the lanyard itself, another shell casing. Most of my customers with the 18-inch strops, they like the paracord wrapped handle. You do have the option to go with the suede wrapped handle with a leather lanyard. This guy's a double-sided. I sell these strops all day long, every day if I wanted to. And shipped, this runs $58 preloaded with green chromium oxide and DMT diamond spray. And this one right here, I actually received this one back. I sent some of these out to a customer of mine who was exhibiting at the Blade Show not too long ago, and he sent them back. These didn't sell. These are custom. This is what he asked for because he did order a strop from me last year that was like this, and he asked if I can make more of them after I already said I wouldn't do it again. But I have 3 of these. I'm redoing the leather on them. So this is an oak one, but this is going to have, it's going to be double-sided, rough and smooth side, preloaded with green chromium oxide and DMT diamond spray. This one, I believe I am going to sell these for $68 each. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you got any questions, you can always get a hold of me on facebook.com/onewickedstrop. Or you can go to my Instagram site, which is wicked_products. Got any questions? Shoot me an email, shoot me a text, a PM, and I will do what I can to help answer you. Thanks so much. Bye.